The night I exposed my wife in front of everyone she loved, I was the calmest person in the room. But let me back up. For 3 months, Claire had me convinced I was the problem. Too focused on work, never present, never thoughtful enough. And like a fool, I believed every word. I stopped staying late at the office. I started cooking dinner, leaving handwritten notes in her jacket pockets, planning weekend trips. I was exhausting myself trying to become the husband she said she needed. What I didn't know was that while I was racing home to have dinner on the table, she was at the gym with someone she had absolutely no business being near. I was in full repair mode. She was deep into a full affair. The worst part was how convincing she was. She'd look me straight in the eyes over dinner and tell me she could feel us reconnecting. She even started being more affectionate, and I took that as a sign things were finally turning around. I felt hopeful. I felt relieved. I had no idea I was the only fool at the table. I found out at her nephew's birthday dinner. Big family gathering, long table, everyone talking over each other. Her sister leaned toward me mid-conversation and said, almost casually, "So how long have you known about the guy from her gym?" Dead silence on my end. Her sister's expression shifted the second she realized what she'd done. Across the table, Claire went completely white. I didn't panic. I didn't raise my voice. I just smiled at her sister and said, "Tell me more." She tried to backpedal immediately, but the damage was done. Every person at that table felt it. We drove home without a single word. Claire tried to talk and I told her I wasn't ready. She cried. I let her. I had nothing to say that night I wouldn't regret, so I waited until she fell asleep, then picked up her phone from the nightstand. 4 months. It had been going on for 4 months, the exact same period she spent telling me I was emotionally absent. There were hundreds of message photos, inside jokes. A complete second relationship running quietly alongside ours. I put the phone back, lay down in the dark, and started planning. I didn't say a word to her the next day, or the day after. I let her believe I was still processing, still considering forgiveness. When she suggested couples counseling, I told her I'd think about it. I was thinking about something else entirely. Her family was already flying in 2 weeks later for what they believed was a surprise anniversary dinner I'd arranged. I booked the private room at the restaurant where we had our first real date. I called her parents personally. Her mom cried on the phone. Her dad told me I was a good husband. I almost felt bad. Almost. I spent 4 hours building a slideshow. It opened with real photos, our wedding, a trip we took the previous spring, genuine happy moments. I wanted everyone smiling and settled before it changed. Then came the screenshots. Every message, every photo, every plan they made together, organized chronologically with timestamps. I placed the messages where she told me she loved me right beside the one she sent him an hour later the same night. The evening of the dinner, I was completely calm. I greeted her parents warmly, ordered appetizers, made easy conversation. Claire kept touching my arm and smiling across the table. I smiled back every single time. When the plates were cleared, I stood up as if to give a toast, clicked play on the slideshow, and walked out. Not rushing, not slamming anything. Just walked straight through the restaurant and got in my car. It was quiet. I turned the radio on. Her dad hasn't spoken to her since. Her gym boyfriend's girlfriend had been sitting at that table the whole time. She hadn't known either.